Inside the Ultimate Fighting Championship lightweight division, Arman Tsarukyan has quietly become a serious threat. On short notice, he pushed Islam Makhachev to the limit. Since then, he has continued to win and climb the rankings. Fans are asking one question: why is the UFC avoiding him for a title shot? Here's why. Everyone talks about the kings of the Ultimate Fighting Championship lightweight division. But there's one contender quietly destroying everyone in his path. Arman Tsarukyan has the wrestling, speed, and finishing power to threaten any champion, even Islam Makhachev. Yet somehow, the title shot still has not come. Why? Arman Tsarukyan was born on October 11, 1996, in Akalkalaki, Georgia, to an Armenian family. Growing up in a region where combat sports are deeply revered, competition became part of his life early. As a child, he was drawn to wrestling and grappling. Like many fighters from the Caucasus region, discipline and physical training started young. Wrestling practice quickly turned from a hobby into a foundation that shaped his future fighting style. When Tsarukyan's family moved to Russia, he tried different sports and built his athletic ability. He trained in various combat styles, including grappling and striking. Eventually, he shifted to mixed martial arts, where his wrestling experience gave him a strong edge from the start. Unlike many fighters who rely on one specialty, Tsarukyan developed a well-rounded skill set. He blended volatile wrestling entries with sharp striking combinations and strong positional control on the ground. His early amateur fights showed glimpses of the pressure-heavy style that would later define him. Constant movement, aggressive takedown attempts, and relentless cardio made him difficult to handle. By the time he turned professional in 2015, Tsarukyan already looked like a complete fighter. Competing across regional promotions in Russia, he began building a reputation for dominance. Fight after fight, he displayed a pattern: strong wrestling control early, followed by ground strikes or late submissions. His ability to maintain pace across 3 rounds separated him from many rising prospects. Within a few years, his record caught the attention of the biggest promotion in the sport, as the UFC signed him in 2019, and his debut would immediately test his limits. Tsarukyan's first UFC fight came under extremely difficult circumstances. Instead of facing another newcomer, he was matched against Islam Makhachev, a highly respected Dagestani grappler riding a winning streak. The matchup looked one-sided on paper, but once the fight began, Tsarukyan proved he belonged at the highest level. Instead of avoiding grappling exchanges, he attacked aggressively. He defended takedowns, attempted his own entries, and forced scrambles that few fighters had managed against Makhachev. The bout became a fast-paced wrestling battle. Both fighters traded takedowns and positional control, turning the fight into one of the most technical grappling matchups in the division. While Makhachev ultimately won by unanimous decision, Tsarukyan gained massive respect from fans and analysts.
What a fight. I'm not feeling that one. What a fight. That was a great fight. Really evenly matched.
Many saw the performance as a glimpse into the future of the lightweight division. From that point forward, Tsarukyan focused on refining every part of his game. On July 27, 2019, he faced Olivier Aubin-Mercier. Tsarukyan used constant takedowns and positional control to dominate the fight and earn a unanimous decision victory. His wrestling pressure completely neutralized his opponent's offense. Next came a bout against Davi Ramos in 2020. Ramos was known for elite Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but Tsarukyan controlled the fight with punching combinations and superior wrestling transitions. Once again, he won by decision.
28, all for your winner by unanimous decision, Arman Tsarukyan!
However, his first UFC setback came in 2021 against Mateusz Gamrot. The fight was extremely competitive, featuring continuous scrambles. After 3 intense rounds, Gamrot edged out a decision victory. Despite the loss, the bout earned Fight of the Night honors and further proved Tsarukyan's elite skill level. Instead of slowing down in 2022, Tsarukyan responded with one of the most impressive stretches of his career. Against Joel Alvarez, Tsarukyan displayed devastating ground and pound. After securing early control, he unleashed a barrage of offensive shots that forced a second-round TKO stoppage. It was the first clear demonstration of his finishing potential inside the UFC. But his most explosive moment came in December 2023. Facing veteran Beneil Dariush, Tsarukyan delivered a stunning knockout. Within the opening minute, he landed a perfectly timed right hand that dropped Dariush instantly. The knockout shocked fans and instantly elevated Tsarukyan into title contention. Suddenly, he was no longer just a dangerous prospect, but was a legitimate threat to the entire division. As Tsarukyan climbed the lightweight rankings, his fighting style evolved into one of the most complete skill sets in the division. At the core of his approach is elite wrestling. His takedown entries are explosive, often coming from sudden level changes that opponents struggle to anticipate. Once he secures control, he transitions smoothly between positions, forcing opponents to constantly defend. But Tsarukyan is not just a grappler. His stand-up game has improved dramatically. Against Damir Ismagulov, Tsarukyan delivered one of the most dominant performances of his career. Across 3 rounds, he mixed takedowns with crisp boxing combinations, controlling the pace from start to finish. The fight showcased his ability to combine pressure wrestling with effective striking. Another example came against Joaquim Silva, showcasing his evolving skill set. After facing early resistance, Tsarukyan adjusted his strategy mid-fight. He increased his striking output, landing powerful combinations before securing top control. Eventually, he finished Silva with a third-round TKO after overwhelming him with ground strikes. That fight highlighted his adaptability. If wrestling doesn't work immediately, he shifts to striking pressure, and if opponents focus on defending punches, he changes levels and attacks with takedowns. This versatility makes him extremely difficult to prepare for. His finishing ability has evolved significantly, and the knockout against Beneil Dariush highlights just how dangerous he has become on the feet. Instead of relying only on grappling control, he now carries real one-punch knockout power. His knockout against Beneil Dariush shocked fans, but was it just the start of something even bigger? Technically, his style blends explosive wrestling entries, aggressive ground and pound, and fast boxing combinations during exchanges, making him a constant threat both on the mat and in striking battles. Across 3 rounds, Tsarukyan rarely slows. His non-stop pressure forces opponents to stay defensive, leaving openings he can exploit. Even with these wins, the title shot has not come. So, what could be holding it back? In a division filled with elite strikers and grapplers, Tsarukyan brings a balanced skill set that threatens both areas. That balance is exactly why many analysts believe he could challenge for the championship soon. But despite these performances, the title opportunity still hasn't arrived. The lightweight division is one of the most competitive in the entire UFC. Fighters like Charles Oliveira, Dustin Poirier, and Justin Gaethje have built massive fan followings and delivered memorable fights. Because of that popularity, matchmaking often focuses on big-name bouts that generate pay-per-view interest. Tsarukyan, despite his skills, entered the division quietly. His rise came through dominant technical performances rather than headline-grabbing rivalries. Another factor is style. Tsarukyan is a difficult matchup for nearly any opponent. His wrestling, cardio, and improving stand-up game create problems for champions who prefer stand-up battles.
Lots of fans online said that Arman was snubbed from this interim belt fight, and I just want to know if you've had...
They're all right.
I want to know if you've spoken with him because he was at the fight tonight regarding his timeline.
I said hi to him. That was it. We shook hands, said hi.
And you mentioned that you made all the cards up until the White House. Will Arman be on one of those cards?
Off the top of my head, I don't know if he's on one of them. Probably.
Thank you, Dana.
Yep.
For a reigning champion like Islam Makhachev, a rematch with Tsarukyan would present a serious challenge. Their first fight already showed how competitive the matchup could be. That reality sometimes influences matchmaking decisions. Promoters must balance entertainment, rankings, and championship narratives. Fighters with unpredictable styles can disrupt matchmaking plans, forcing champions to prepare for challenges that weren't expected.
Ambitious call-outs. Oh, lovely slip straight to mount.
To create some space. Oh, nice.
Oh, that's lovely.
Good scramble to top position,
Beautiful
though.
job. That's pretty lovely too. He's got his neck.
But that also might leave him over Zaz.
Lovely timing
And
there.
on the canvas.
Timing also plays a role. Title fights often align with storylines, rivalries, or previous contenders waiting in line. Even dominant fighters sometimes need multiple victories before the opportunity arrives. Despite those obstacles, Tsarukyan continues building momentum. Each performance strengthens his case for a championship fight, making it harder to ignore him as he climbs the rankings. The journey of Arman Tsarukyan is far from over. From his wrestling roots to his explosive rise in the Ultimate Fighting Championship lightweight division, he has proven he belongs among the elite. Now the real question is when he will finally get his title shot. Because when Tsarukyan fights for gold, the division could face one of its most dangerous challengers yet. What do you think? Should he get the next title shot? Tell us in the comments below.